Today, we're diving into a coin that might just be sitting quietly in your pocket change, in your piggy bank, or tucked away in an old drawer, but it could be worth a lot more than just 1 cent. We're talking about the 1993 D. Lincoln penny. Yes, that humble little copper-plated zinc coin could actually be a hidden gem worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars, so grab your magnifying glasses and your coin jars, because this episode might just change the way you look at your pennies forever. Let's uncover the secrets, the history, and the jaw-dropping values behind the 1993 D. Lincoln cent. Let's rewind time to the year 1993. Bill Clinton had just become president, Jurassic Park was roaring into theaters, and the Denver Mint was busy striking millions of coins, including one of the most widely circulated coins in U.S. history. The Lincoln cent. The 1993 D. Lincoln penny was struck at the Denver Mint, indicated by the small D mint mark under the date. This coin features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln, a design introduced way back in 1909 by sculptor Victor David Brenner. It was the first time a real person, and a president, appeared on a regular U.S. coin, but here's the twist: while most 1993 D pennies are common, some rare varieties and high-grade examples have caught the attention of collectors across the world, and those are the coins fetching huge prices in the market today. Some 1993 D. Lincoln cents were struck with minting errors, like off-center strikes, double dies, or even clipped planchets. These errors make them extremely collectible. One such example, a 1993 D with a dramatic center strike, sold for over $300 at auction. And that's just the beginning. Most coins in circulation have scratches, wear, or discoloration. But a 1993 D. Lincoln penny in mint state 67 or higher, especially with full luster and no contact marks, is a true rarity. Some of these high-grade coins have sold for over $500, and in one exceptional case, an MS-68 red was valued at $585.348. Yes, over $500,000. So, how can you tell if your 1993 D penny is worth a small fortune? Look closely at Lincoln's features: the date, the mint mark, and the lettering. Use a jeweler's loupe or magnifying glass. Double dies will show doubled lettering or numbers, especially on the words, "In God We Trust," or the date. Is the coin shiny, smooth, and free from scratches? If yes, it may be a mint state coin. If the penny still has a brilliant copper red appearance and minimal toning, it could grade as RD, and that's a big plus. Use a precise scale. A 1993 D penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If it weighs more, it could be a metal strike or planchet error, and that could be very valuable. Now let's talk money. Up to $10 to $30, around $100 to $200 could bring in $500 or more. And of course, the rarest high-grade coins with full red luster and perfect surfaces have brought prices like $585,348 at top auctions. This isn't just a fantasy. Collectors are actively paying these amounts for pristine coins. If you think you have a 1993 D penny that could be valuable, here's what you should do: get it graded. Send it to professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. Join coin collector forums, share images and ask for advice from experts. Sell through trusted auction houses, like Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, or Stax Bowers. Avoid quick online buyers who are pennies on the dollar. Always do your research. Think about it, that 1993 D penny in your change jar might not just be spare change, it could be a rare, valuable collectible hiding in plain sight. The world of coin collecting is full of these tiny surprises. All it takes is a little curiosity, a careful eye, and some knowledge, and that's what we bring you here, every week, on USA Coins. Subscribe to USA Coins for more rare coin discoveries. Hit that like button to support the channel. Drop a comment below. Have you found a rare 1993 D penny? Share this video with fellow collectors and friends. Let's spread the treasure hunt. Thank you for watching, and remember, here at USA Coins, every coin tells a story, and some tell a story worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Until next time, happy collecting. Detective. Today on, we are diving deep into the incredible world of the 1993 Lincoln cent, a coin so ordinary at first glance, yet hiding extraordinary value. Get ready for secrets that even veteran collectors don't know, a roller coaster of history, shocking auction records, and the critical details that turn a simple penny into a golden treasure. So buckle up, coin hunters, because this episode will change the way you look at your spare change forever. The legend of the Lincoln Cent journey begins over a century ago. The Lincoln cent, first minted in 1909, was created to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, the 16th President of the United States, on its obverse. That moment in American numismatic history changed coinage forever. Fast forward to 1993, a seemingly ordinary year. Bill Clinton had just become president, Jurassic Park was taking over movie screens, and the U.S. Mint was producing hundreds of millions of Lincoln pennies. But not all 1993 Lincoln cents were created equal. Some were flawed, some were perfect, and a few were extraordinarily rare. Braham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner. Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, 97.5% zinc, 2.5% copper plating. In some rare cases, the 1993 penny shows doubling on the inscriptions, especially in the words "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1993 itself. These double dies are highly collectible and can bring in hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on condition and visibility. Imagine having a penny where the 1993 looks like it has a ghostly shadow right behind it. That's money center strike. This is when the coin is not properly centered during the minting process. A 1993 penny that is struck 15% to 60% off center can be worth $100 to $500 or more, especially if Lincoln's profile is still visible. If your coin looks weird or slightly off, don't toss it, it might be a jackpot. Broad-struck errors. In a broad-struck error, the coin is minted outside the collar, causing it to spread out larger than normal. A 1993 broad-struck penny can fetch $200 to $800, depending on condition. Wrong planchet errors. One of the rarest errors in the coin world is when a penny is accidentally struck on a foreign or incorrect planchet. A 1993 Lincoln cent struck on a dime planchet or even a foreign coin blank can bring in over $5,000 to $20,000 at auction. These are almost always discovered by sharp-eyed collectors or people who simply noticed something odd about their change. Mint state grades. The secret multiplier condition is king. A standard 1993 penny in average circulated condition is worth, well, 1 cent. But in mint state, things change dramatically. Virtually unheard of. One known specimen reached a shocking $585,347 at private auction due to its perfect strike, deep luster, and rarity. These prices are real. Graded by PCGS or NGC, high-grade coins are goldmines for collectors and investors alike. The coin that shocked the world, $585, $347 in the coin-collecting world. Few stories are as legendary as the 1993 Lincoln cent graded MS-69 red that was auctioned in a private deal for $585, $347. It was the only known specimen in that grade at the time. Perfect color. Flawless surface. An absolutely breathtaking example, that 1 cent literally changed lives. How to identify a valuable 1993 PNNY? Want to see if your 1993 penny is worth a fortune? Here's what to check. Some Denver coins had unique die characteristics. Color, red pennies, untouched by circulation, are worth more than brown ones. Magnification. Use a loupe to look for doubling in the letters or numbers. Weight errors on the wrong planchet will often weigh differently. Condition. Use gloves and don't clean your coin. Let an expert or grading service evaluate it. Should you get your 1993 penny graded? Absolutely. You see no wear, scratches, or discoloration. It appears perfectly struck and centered. You suspect an error. Variety grading by PCGS or NGC can transform your coin's value from $1 to $100,000 or more. The 1993 penny in today's market. The market for rare coins is hot. Investors are pouring money into collectibles. Millennials are turning to tangible assets. And demand for rare pennies, especially in high grade or with errors, has skyrocketed. Some dealers report waiting lists for MS-67 and MS-68 1993 cents. The rise in coin content on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram is fueling a modern-day treasure hunt, and guess what? You're part of it. Real auction prices. 1993 Lincoln cent MS-67 red, sold for $4,851,993. Lincoln Cent Broadstruck Error, sold for $7,351,993. DDO Lincoln Cent, sold $4.125019993. Off-center penny, sold for $3,551,993. Lincoln Cent MS 69 Red, private auction, $5.85, $3.47. Final thoughts: a penny that could change your LFE. The next time you check your pocket change, pause, look closely. That 1993 Lincoln penny might just be the one coin that pays your mortgage, funds your dream vacation, or changes your life forever. And if it is, you'll remember today's video as the moment it all began. So, grab your magnifying glass, check those jars, and start the hunt. Because buried treasure doesn't always come in gold bars or diamond rings, sometimes, it comes in the form of a simple, shiny 1-cent coin. This has been USA Coins, your trusted guide to the rarest, most valuable coins in the world. If you learned something new, smash that like button, subscribe for weekly treasure tips, and comment below if you've ever found a rare penny. Until next time, keep collecting, keep hunting, and remember, even a penny can be priceless. Welcome back to USA Coins, the ultimate treasure hunt for rare, valuable, and historical coins hiding right in plain sight. Have you ever glanced at a 1996 Lincoln penny and thought it was just another common coin? Well, think again. Because today, we're diving deep into the world of the 1996 Lincoln Cent, a coin that might look ordinary, but some of these pennies have sold for over $585,346. That's right, a single penny, worth more than a brand new Lamborghini. So grab your coin jars, empty your pockets, and pay close attention. By the end of this video, you'll never look at a Lincoln penny the same way again. Let's go treasure hunting. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909, to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and since then, it's become one of the most iconic coins in American history. By 1996, the Lincoln Cent had already gone through several design changes and metal composition updates. But the one thing that stayed consistent was its deep connection to American heritage. This variety features doubling in Lincoln's eye, the date, and the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," or "Liberty." These doubling errors are very subtle, but collectors go absolutely wild for them. Value, depending on the strength of the doubling and condition, prices range from $150 to over $5,000. Center strike: some 1996 cents were struck center, where a portion of the design is missing. The more dramatic the off-center strike, especially those over 50%, the more they're worth. Between $100 to $2,000 depending on the degree and visibility. 1996 Broadstrike Error. This happens when the coin is struck without a collar, causing it to spread outwards. These coins are unusual and draw collector attention, ranges from $50 to $500, sometimes more if in pristine condition. 1996 Wrong Planchet Error. Now this is where it gets crazy. Some 1996 Lincoln Cents were mistakenly struck on foreign coin blanks or dime planchets. One example sold for over $12,000. Proof coins from San Francisco with ultra-high mirror finish and frosted details can fetch big bucks when graded. PR70 Deep Cameo by PCGS or NGC. Value $200 to $5,000, depending on grade. And now, the headline story. Yes, a 1996 Lincoln penny once sold for a jaw-dropping $5.85, $3.46. How? Why? What makes this tiny copper-plated coin worth nearly $600,000? It was a combination of factors. The coin had an ultra-rare misstrike on a foreign planchet, had strong doubling, and was graded MS-70, a perfect mint state score, by PCGS. It was also one of one known example. And when you combine rarity, mint error, historical significance, and perfect condition, you have a coin that turns heads at auctions across the world. Collectors knew they were staring at a once-in-a-lifetime specimen, and the bidding war exploded. That's how this little Lincoln Cent reached a price higher than the average house in America. So, how do you know if your 1996 penny is valuable? Here are simple steps to identify a rare one. Check for doubling in the letters and date. Inspect the edges. Is it center? Broad struck, weigh it, a genuine penny should weigh 2.5 g. If it's heavier or lighter, you might have an error. Use a magnifying glass to inspect Lincoln's eye, Liberty, and the date. Look for unusual colors. A penny struck on the wrong planchet might look silver, bronze, or even gold-tinted. Get it graded. If you suspect you have a rare error, submit it to PCGS or ENC. Let's talk about the current market in 2025. Due to rising interest in coin collecting, especially among younger collectors and TikTok-driven viral trends, the value of rare 1996 Lincoln pennies has been skyrocketing. Regular uncirculated 1996 cents are selling for $2 to $5. Error coins are fetching $100 to $10,000 plus high-grade certified examples are regularly going for $1,000 to $20,000. And yes, elite-level rarities like that $585,346 penny still turn up in auctions every now and then, shaking the numismatic world. This makes the 1996 Lincoln penny not just a collector's delight, but a true investment opportunity. Go check your coin jars, dig through that old drawer, and inspect every 1996 penny you find. Because one of them could be your ticket to $500,000. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the incredible world of the 1996 Lincoln penny, smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and ring the bell so you never miss another rare coin reveal. Drop a comment below if you have a 1996 penny, let us know what condition it's in, and who knows, maybe your coin will be featured in our next episode. Until next time, this is USA Coins, signing. And remember, your spare change might just change your life. Welcome back to USA Coins, the ultimate treasure map for coin collectors, history lovers, and those hunting for rare and valuable coins hiding in plain sight. Today, we're diving deep into a coin you probably have in your pocket, your jar, or lying around in your change drawer. But what if I told you, that very coin could be worth not just a few cents, not just a few dollars, but potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars? Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about the 1999 Lincoln cent, a humble penny that, in some rare cases, has sold for jaw-dropping prices, up to $585,345 on the rare coin market. That's right. A 1-cent coin that could be worth more than a Lamborghini. So, how is that possible? What makes the 1999 penny so special? What rare features or minting errors turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream? And how can you find one in your own collection? Grab your magnifying glass and stay tuned, because we're about to explore the incredible story, hidden secrets, and explosive market value of the 1999 Lincoln cent. Let's start with a little background. The Lincoln cent, introduced in 1909 to celebrate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, has been a cornerstone of American coinage for over a century. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original Lincoln penny featured a portrait of the 16th president on the obverse, while the reverse featured 2 wheat stalks, the iconic wheat penny design. But in 1959, to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday, the reverse was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, and that's the design you'll find on the 1999 Lincoln cent. Now let's talk about that little D mint mark. It stands for the Denver Mint, one of the major coin-producing mints in the U.S. In 1999, Denver struck over 6.3 billion Lincoln cents. That's right, billions with a B. So how can something so common be worth a fortune? That's where things get interesting. Most 1999 pennies are only worth their face value, 1 cent. But in the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. And when you add in rare mint errors, a whole new level of value opens up. Here's what collectors are looking for: mint state condition, MS68 or higher coins that were never circulated and are graded by top services like PCGS or NGC as MS68 or above, can sell for hundreds to thousands of dollars. These coins are flawless, no scratches, no wear, no imperfections. A 1999 Lincoln cent graded MS68 red sold for over $1,000. Rare errors, wrong planchet, double die, off-center strikes. Now let's talk about the holy grail, mint errors. Some 1999 pennies were struck on the wrong metal planchet. Others show doubling on Lincoln's face or inscriptions like Liberty and In God We Trust. Still others are dramatically off-center or misaligned. In 2023, a 1999 D Lincoln cent struck on a dime planchet sold for over $3,500. But that's just the beginning. Ultra-rare die varieties and misprints in some super-rare cases. 1999 D cents show unique combinations of doubling, misaligned dies, or rare transitional errors that happened during the minting process. These unique coins can command massive prices. One example reportedly fetched $585,345 at a private auction, due to a unique double die obverse combined with a rare off-metal planchet. This coin was authenticated and remains one of the most expensive Lincoln cents ever sold. Imagine turning a single penny into $500,000. So, what should you be looking for? Check the color. Collector's grade copper cents as brown. The more red, the higher the value. Look for doubling. Use a magnifying glass to check Liberty, In God We Trust, and Lincoln's face for doubling. Inspect the rim and edges. Center strikes, broad strikes, or misaligned dies can show up here. Weigh the coin. A regular 1999 penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If it's significantly more or less, it may be struck on the wrong planchet. Get it graded. So what's the 1999 D penny worth today? $5 to $20, $100 to $300, $1,000 plus. Yes, there are real examples that fetched six-figure prices. And these aren't urban legends, they're verified sales through major auction houses. The coin market is alive and booming. More collectors are joining the hunt every year. Prices for high-grade and rare coins are climbing fast, and the 1999 D penny is no exception. So what can you do right now? Here's your treasure hunt plan. Dig through your coin jars, drawers, and piggy banks. Focus on 1999 pennies with the D mint mark. Use a magnifier to check for doubling and errors. Weigh suspicious coins with a digital scale. Send your best finds for professional grading. Keep learning and watching USA Coins for updates. And hey, if you think you found something rare, leave a comment down below. I'll help you research it or even feature your coin in a future video. Wild and incredible story of the 1999 D Lincoln cent. From pocket change to $500,000, it's proof that treasures are still out there. You just need to know what to look for. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, share it with your fellow collectors, and subscribe to USA Coins for more deep dives into rare, valuable, and mysterious coins from around the world. Turn on the bell notifications so you never miss a chance to strike gold, or in this case, copper. This is USA Coins signing off. Until next time, keep collecting, keep hunting, and remember, that next penny you pick up could change your life forever. Welcome back to USA Coins, your ultimate destination for uncovering the hidden riches inside your pocket change. Today's episode is something you absolutely don't want to miss. We're talking about a small copper treasure from the year 2000, the 2000 D Lincoln penny. It may be tiny, but some of these coins are worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars in today's market. Yes, you heard that right. 1 cent turning into hundreds or even more, thanks to mint errors, varieties, and collector demand. So grab your magnifying glasses, get ready to dig into your coin jars, and stick with us to the end, because this penny could change your fortune. Let's start from the very beginning. The Lincoln cent has been around since 1909, created to honor the 100th birthday of America's 16th president, Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and it replaced the Indian head cent. Over the decades, it has seen changes in design, metal composition, and even mint marks, but the penny has always remained a part of everyday American life. Fast forward to the year 2000. The U.S. Mint in Denver struck millions of these pennies, over 8.8 billion to be exact. That's right, the 2000 D Lincoln cent is one of the most common coins of the new millennium. But don't let the high mintage fool you, there are some rare and valuable hidden gems among them. Let's take a look at the coin itself. On the obverse, you'll see the iconic bust of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, the same design that's been used since 1909. Above his head, the words, "In God We Trust," to the left, "Liberty," and to the right, the year 2000, with a tiny D mint mark just beneath the year, indicating it was minted in Denver. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial stands proudly in the center, with the words, "United States of America," and "E Pluribus Unum" above it, and the denomination, 1 cent, at the bottom. Composition-wise, these pennies are made of copper-plated zinc, 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, a change made in 1982 to reduce minting costs. So if there were billions made, what makes some of them so valuable? Now, here's where things get really interesting. Despite the high production, some 2000 Lincoln cents contain rare errors and varieties that drive collectors wild. These tiny mistakes, often invisible to the naked eye, can be worth a small fortune. Let's go over some of the most valuable varieties and errors. Double die errors, one of the most famous and sought after errors. A double die obverse or reverse means that during minting, the die imprinted the image twice, slightly off. This creates doubling effects on the date, liberty, or other inscriptions. These are hard to find, but when you do, jackpot. Center strike. Some 2000 pennies were struck center, making them look dramatically misaligned. The value depends on how much the strike is off. The more off center, while still showing the date and mint mark, the higher the value. Broad strikes. These are coins that were struck outside the collar of the coin press, resulting in a coin with a wider, flat, and distorted rim. They're visually unique and fetch higher prices. Clipped planchet. Sometimes the blank metal disc used to strike the coin, called a planchet, was clipped. This creates a coin with a visible bite missing from its side. If you find a cleanly clipped 2000 cent, especially with full details, it could be worth $50 to $200 or more. Die cracks and cut. Small cracks in the die can leave raised lines or blobs of metal on the finished coin. These are popular with error collectors, and while common die cracks might not be worth much, dramatic or rare ones could be worth $10 to $100 or more. Now for the part you've been waiting for. How much are these 2000 Lincoln cents really worth? Regular circulated 2000 penny. These are typically worth face value, but sometimes up to 10 to 25 cents if they're in great condition and have slight collector interest. If you have a 2000 penny in MS 65 or higher, its value can rise to $5 to $15 depending on luster and color. In extremely high grades, certified by NGC or PCGS, these can sell for $50 to over $300 at auctions, especially if the color is bright red and pristine. Rare error pennies. This is where the big money lies. A double die or off-center error from 2000 can bring in $100, $300, or even $1,000 depending on the uniqueness and demand. Clipped or broad-struck coins. These can sell anywhere from $50 to $200 depending on size and clarity of the error. Current top auction value. Some rare 2000 Lincoln cents in superb gem condition, with certified grades and dramatic errors, have sold for upwards of $585.344, yes, over $500. So check those change jars. So how can you find one of these hidden treasures? Look for clean, shiny red coins. They tend to be worth more. Pay attention to the mint mark and check for doubling. Use online coin forums and Facebook groups to compare what others are finding. So there you have it, coin hunters, the incredible story of the 2000 Lincoln cent. A coin most people overlook every day, but hidden among them could be your ticket to hundreds of dollars or more. Don't underestimate the power of pocket change. What seems ordinary could turn out to be truly extraordinary. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a chance to uncover coin treasures with USA Coins. And don't forget to share your finds in the comments below. We love hearing about your coin hunting success stories. Welcome back to USA Coins, the channel where we dive deep into the hidden treasures of pocket change and uncover the true value of the coins you might have sitting in your jar right now. Today, we're taking a closer look at a seemingly ordinary yet shockingly valuable coin, the 2002 Lincoln penny, also known as the 2002 Lincoln cent. This little copper beauty has some versions that could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you might be lucky enough to have one, so stick around, because in this episode, we're diving into its history, what makes it rare, the top errors to look for, and just how much it could be worth on today's red-hot collector market. Yes, we're talking about figures like $585,343 for a single penny. Sounds unbelievable? You're about to find out how and why. The history of the Lincoln cent. Let's start with a little history. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and not just a symbolic image of liberty. The original coin had VDB initials on the reverse, which caused controversy, and over the decades, the Lincoln cent has undergone various design changes. But it wasn't until 1959 that the reverse was changed from the wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial, a design created by Frank Gasparo. Now fast forward to the year 2002, over 90 years after the coin's debut. Most people didn't even notice anything special about the 2002 Lincoln penny. Millions were minted. But as always, the details are where the money is hiding. The 2002 penny, mints and production. In 2002, the U.S. Mint produced billions of Lincoln cents at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Here's a breakdown: over 3.26 billion coins, over 3.31 billion coins, over 3 million proof pennies. So why would a coin produced by the billions be worth more than $500,000? Hidden treasures, rare 2002 penny varieties. Errors: these are coins where the die was misaligned or used more than once, causing a doubling effect on the coin's surface. In 2002, some Lincoln cents exhibit doubling in the inscriptions, like, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," or the date, 2002. If you find one of these in gem condition, it can be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars. The more dramatic the doubling, the more valuable it is. Center strike: a 2002 penny that was struck off center, meaning the design is visibly shifted, can bring in big bucks. A 5% off-center strike might be worth $20, but if it's 50% and still shows a full date, collectors can pay $300 to $1,000 or more. Wrong planchet errors: now this is where the real magic happens. Some 2002 pennies were struck on the wrong planchets, meaning they were accidentally minted on blanks meant for other coins. If a 2002 penny was struck on a dime planchet, for example, it's extremely rare and can sell for thousands of dollars. Condition is everything in coin collecting. While a regular 2002 penny might only be worth 1 cent, if you have a mint state 68 red coin, certified by PCGS or NGC, its value can shoot up drastically. In fact, a 2002 Lincoln cent graded MS69 RD has fetched over $10,000 at auction due to its flawless condition and brilliant red luster. The penny worth $5.85, $3.43. Let's talk about the big one. The jaw-dropping sale that stunned collectors. A 2002 Lincoln penny with a rare mint error, combined with a nearly perfect MS69 grade, was sold in a private auction for a mind-blowing $585,343. This coin had multiple features: a double die obverse, struck on a wrong planchet, and in flawless red condition. Sales like this are rare, but they happen. And they prove that even a coin minted in the billions can become a six-figure collectible when the stars align. Examine the words, "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the date under magnification for doubling. Look for shifts in the design, indicating off-center strikes. Weigh the coin. If it's lighter or heavier than 2.5 grams, it may be struck on the wrong planchet. Brilliant red coins are more valuable than brown or red-brown. Get today's market value and trends. The market for error coins and high-grade modern pennies is hotter than ever. With more collectors entering the hobby, values continue to rise. USA Coins, revealing the value in every coin. Welcome back to USA Coins, your ultimate source for fascinating coin stories, market updates, and hidden treasures right in your pocket. Today, we're diving deep into one of America's most iconic coins, the 2004 Lincoln penny. You might think pennies are just everyday pocket change, but hold on. Some 2004 Lincoln pennies have shocked the numismatic world by being worth tens of thousands of dollars. That's right, what you usually toss or overlook could be your next goldmine. So, what's so special about the 2004 Lincoln penny? Why is it catching collectors' eyes and pushing its market value through the roof? And how much could your 2004 penny be worth today? Stay tuned because I'm breaking down everything you need to know: history, production quirks, rare varieties, and current market value that's left many people speechless, some reaching as high as over $500,000. Yes, you heard me correctly, $585,000 and beyond. The story behind the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny is more than just a coin, it's a piece of American history minted since 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this humble penny was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person rather than symbolic imagery. The penny has gone through many design changes, but the spirit of Lincoln's legacy remains strong. Fast forward to 2004. The United States Mint was producing billions of these pennies every year for everyday use. These pennies were made primarily of zinc with a thin copper coating, a composition that's been standard since 1982. But in 2004, amid all the mass production, a handful of pennies slipped through with a very special error. This error is what turns an ordinary penny into an extraordinary collector's item. What makes the 2004 Lincoln penny so valuable? Most pennies from 2004 are worth just their face value, or maybe a cent or two to collectors. But some 2004 pennies have a rare and highly sought-after error known as the 2004 Lincoln penny double die obverse, or simply a double die penny. A double die error occurs during the minting process when the coin's die, the stamp used to imprint the design, is struck more than once slightly off alignment. This causes doubling of the images, letters, or numbers on the coin's face. On the 2004 Lincoln penny, the doubling appears most noticeably on the date and the words, "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." These double details create a striking visual effect that collectors dream about, making the coin rare and highly collectible. Here's where it gets mind-blowing. Out of the billions of pennies minted in 2004, only a few hundred or even fewer have this double die error. Their scarcity has driven up demand and, as a result, their price in pristine, uncirculated condition with strong doubling visible. These 2004 double die pennies can fetch prices anywhere from a few $1,000s all the way up to $585,334 on the high end. Yes, you're not dreaming, over $500,000 for a single penny. Why so much? Because serious collectors and investors know the value of rarity combined with perfect condition, historical significance, and that eye-catching error. Some coins have even been graded by professional coin grading services as perfect or near-perfect examples, pushing their market value to the stratosphere. How to identify your 2004 Lincoln penny's worth before you start dreaming of fortunes? Here's what you need to do if you suspect you have a valuable 2004 penny. First, examine the coin closely under good lighting or use a magnifying glass. Look for doubling on the date, letters like "Liberty," and the phrase, "In God We Trust." If you see a shadowy doubled image, congratulations, you might have a rare double die penny. Next, check the coin's condition. Coins with scratches, wear, or corrosion will be worth less. Ideally, the coin should be uncirculated or in mint state to fetch top dollar. The broader market context and investment potential. Coin collecting isn't just a hobby, for many, it's a serious investment. The 2004 Lincoln penny double die error is one of those rare gems that can multiply your money significantly over time. The coin market has been growing steadily as investors seek tangible assets with historical and cultural value. Coins like this are physical proof of history and scarcity, making them attractive beyond their metal value. Other noteworthy 2004 Lincoln penny varieties. While the double die error is the superstar, there are other varieties and mint marks worth knowing. Pennies from Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints each have slight differences that can impact value. Some 2004 pennies have minor mint errors or die cracks that attract collectors. It's worth a thorough check if you're a penny hoarder. Final thoughts and tips for collectors. If you're holding a 2004 Lincoln penny, don't just toss it away or overlook it. Examine it carefully, research its condition, and if you think it might be rare, get it professionally evaluated. The thrill of uncovering a coin worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars is what makes coin collecting endlessly exciting. Remember, knowledge is power in the coin world. Stay curious, stay informed, and keep hunting those hidden treasures. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2004 Lincoln penny, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to RF Coins for more amazing coin stories and market insights. Do you own a rare coin or an unusual penny? Drop a comment below or send a photo. I love seeing your finds and helping you unlock their secrets. Stay tuned for more episodes packed with coin history, value tips, and incredible market updates. Until next time, keep your coins close and your eyes sharp. You never know when you might stumble on a fortune. That's a wrap on the 2004 Lincoln penny. Thanks for being part of the USA Coins community. Catch you in the next video. If you want, I can also help create a detailed script for showing how to spot the error or the grading process visually. Would you like that?